Alright, Shalom. This is Hara 1 by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakah Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Agwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Alright, this is going to be a quick lesson. Dealing with this recent article that came out on October 16th, 2022. And speaking about the coming destruction that's going to be inevitable, that these heathens in 2/3, they just think it's a possibility. But it's destiny, it's prophecy. All right, it's the will of the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, to destroy this place. Now, when I read this article, it made me think about Revelation 18, and also Isaiah, I think it's 34. All right, and Jeremiah 50. Right. So let's get into it. It says Elon Musk warns Russia can utterly destroy, utterly. All right. So it says Elon Musk warns Russia can utterly destroy the U.S. and Europe with nuclear missiles in under 30 minutes, and vice versa. We are at the highest risk in 60 years, right? And America doesn't have that capability like Russia has to send their missiles. So I don't know what the hell Elon Musk talking about. From the ground, from America's soil, they don't have the capability to shoot an ICBM from the soil straight to Russia. But Russia has that capability to shoot it out of the silos, the missile silos that the scriptures speak of, and shoot it. It matches up with scripture. All right, the arrows. Let me get this real quick. It's Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. All right, and the Lord is putting them in straits right now, afflicting these heathens, especially Esau. All right, in the fullness of their sufficiency, man, where they feel like they're going to reach their new world order, and they become the super rich. That's when the Lord going to bring them down, and this is that time. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right, especially Esau. But really talking about America, all right? And them elite bankers. And that's who Russia's going against, the U.S. and Europe, all right? Which is basically the beast, all right, the West. That beast system, man, the dragon, NATO, in America. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, see, fill his belly means to consume everybody, to seeking whom they may devour, right? To deceive everybody. Depopulation, moving to a digital system. When they're about to fill their belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, man. So parts of Europe going to be destroyed, parts of Russia going to be destroyed, but America, the whole land, is going to be destroyed according to the scriptures. And he shall flee from the iron weapon, man. And the Lord created this weapon. But the Lord said, no weapon that is formed against the elect shall prosper. So it's not going to have that effect on the elect. The elect going to be covered. Just like Mishael, Hananiah, and Azariah, who are also known as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire. All right, of Babylon. And he shall flee from the iron weapon, man. They're gonna run. They're gonna run into what? The holes of the ground, into their bunkers. And the bow of steel shall strike him through. So they try to hide in their bunkers, especially here in America. The ICBM is gonna destroy it. They're gonna perish down there. It's gonna be like an oven. All right. And he shall flee, it says what? He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. So it's going to happen. The Lord said it's going to happen. It's going to come to pass. All right. There's no level they can dig where they'll make it out of this coming destruction from the Lord. It says it's going to be as a destruction from the Almighty. You know, so it's, you know. And there's nowhere Esau could run, the elites, because they're going to be dragged out of those bunkers and taken straight into slavery, according to the scriptures. It is drawn, meaning propelled, and cometh out of the body. All right, it's going to come out of the ground or out of the submarines, just like the belly of a whale, but the submarines shoot it out from the middle. You know, then you have the missile silos like Russia that shoot out of the ground, and they can reach all the way over here to America. America doesn't have that capability yet. They got to send submarines and aircraft carriers and bombers over there towards Russia to be able to the borders of Russia. That's why they're pushing up against Russia, to be able to do that. All right, but Russia has the capability to shoot one straight from their land over here to America, and that's scriptural. It is drawn, and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All right, so that's right. Let me get this real quick. There you go. This is Isaiah 13 and 1, but I'm gonna read this article a little bit more real quick. It says Elon Musk warns Russia can utterly destroy the U.S., Europe with nuclear missiles in under 30 minutes. Anybody worrying about what Elon Musk talking about? But still, it's part of prophecy, you know. In under 30 minutes, and vice versa, we are at the highest risk in 60 years, ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis. After floating a peace plan to end the Ukraine war, Elon Musk has of late been talking about the possibility of a looming nuclear war, which is World War III. And that's what this is going to be, man. This is going to be a nuclear war. All right? We know the scriptures, but it's heavy prophecy, right? Prophetic time right now. So, Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior, and that's what they are, the soldiers, the war. That's what this is. That's what's happening. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, all right? And garments rolled in blood. You know, they used to fight up close, like on the 300 or Braveheart, swinging the swords and shooting arrows. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So it's going to be the same thing with swords and arrows, but in a different way. All right, the sword shall be bathed in heaven, something that fly across the sky. The glittering sword, all right, that cometh out of his gall. So, so this is going to be a nuclear war. All right, that's what they're setting the stage for ever since World War II. So it says here, reasonable people won't launch war, one of the Tesla Inc. NASDAQ TSLA CEO Twitter followers on Friday quoted tweeting at Root. I'm gonna skip that madness. I'm gonna go down here. It says, Russia has the ability to destroy USA and Europe utterly with nuclear missiles in less than 30 minutes, and vice versa. So of course they have missile defenses, or it may be like rounds of it. So if it take 30 minutes for the missiles to hit here, then you do it twice, then that's an hour. That's all they need. One round, shoot 200 million missiles over here. America's defense system won't be able to handle that. A surprising number of people don't know this. Of course, it's a little choppy, man. But it says it would be mad to use them, but it is also mad to be in this situation at all. All right, and that's what these nations have gone. They're gonna go crazy. But now it says here, Russia and Ukraine have been at war since late February, and that's a pivotal point, and it's going to become part of history. That's when the war started. Watch, February, I think 2021 or 2022. Late February, over claims to some of the eastern territory of Ukraine. That's what Russia did. They took part of the eastern Ukraine. They took 4 territories, and now they have exacted martial law on those areas, with both sides not backing down. All right. It says nuclear war risk at its highest. Quote tweeting in October 6th, a New York Times story about President Joe Biden's take that the prospect of Armageddon is now the highest since the Cuban Missile Crisis. Musk said it would be great if the threat of nuclear war could abate. He wanted to stop. It ain't gonna stop, man. But the Lord saying, I thought I told you that we won't stop. All right? He said it would be great if someday humanity stopped pointing nukes at itself. That would destroy almost all life on Earth. You know, and that's what Esau do, man. You know, they got the power in their hands, so they're destroying the earth. But the Lord's going to destroy them that destroy the earth, man. All right, according to the scriptures. In any given year, there is a chance above 0 that they will be launched. We are now at the highest risk in 60 years. Elon Musk, he's all over the place. Cause you know why it's all over the place and it sounds scattered? It's because they don't want it to happen. All right, they always leave gaps in it. Instead of saying, yo, this is about to happen, this, according to scriptures, we fill in the gaps. All right. So, earlier this month, in a Twitter chat, Musk said he sees a rapidly rising probability of a nuclear war, adding that he was up all night to think of any way to de-escalate the Ukraine war. He's stressing. Lord putting pressure upon these Edomites. All right, so yeah, man. That's just the topic right there. You know, the arrows. Let me get that real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 13. For strong Yeah, actually, verse 11. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence, man. That's why America's going to be what? Utterly wasted, utterly destroyed. All right? So he said, what? Who shall not be utterly, I always say it can utterly destroy the U.S. All right? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also. Why? Because there's going to be radiation, and the impact from those missiles is going to shake the earth. All right, at the appearance of the Lord. And the waves of it are troubled. It's the tsunamis, and the fishes thereof also. So they're going to be radiation out in the water, nuclear waste. And before Yahweh and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, right? It's strong, man, spiritual power that has set up his waster to destroy. And that has intervened in bringing the prophecies to pass. They can't resist that. They can't fight against it. The Most High is stronger. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. I mean, fully prepared technology, ready and created to destroy, and shall not miss. All right, so they're not going to miss their target, and America's the target. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, man. So this is going to happen. Behold, the plagues are sent. So it's already sent out from the Lord, his word, his judgment, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So it's going to happen. You know, he said, though it tarry, wait for it. And he put it out there. The Lord said it's going to happen. So it says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. So, you know, so Elon Musk got all the money in the world, but he can't stop this from happening. All right, so let me get that real quick. Get Isaiah 13. And it says, Isaiah 13:1, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. So this is a burden that's coming to this place. And America is the daughter of Babylon, or Babylon the Great today, the place of confusion. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. So we're lifting up that banner. And our banner is Yahweh Shai, all right? It's in the spirit of truth, the scriptures. Yahweh. Exalt the voice unto them, so we go out in the streets and teach. We don't use a microphone or megaphone and 501c3 charter and all that to be able to teach with. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. So, all right? So we warn our people. We tell them to go to the right, go the right way, point at them, rebuke, point at them, say, hey, you're an Israelite. You know, we need to repent, teach them about the kingdom, and build each other up, that we may go out into the streets and teach, according to Proverbs chapter 1. All right, wisdom crieth out in the streets. All right, and the nobles represent their leaders. That goes into Revelations 11, chapter 11, where it says that, let me get that real quick. Revelations 11, it says here, and now, there you go. Let me get to the point. Revelation 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, after 350 years, or around the 60s and 70s, starting with Icbms, The spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, man. See that? We have the spirit of life from Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai within us right now. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them, man. See, these heathens see us. So we are out into the gates of the nobles, out in the open, out in the public, and on the internet. And great fear is falling upon them. Just people like Elon Musk as well. Isaiah 13:3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. So the Lord is calling the angels, he's calling his elect, and these missiles, and Leviathan. Let me get that real quick. You know, because the Lord is even calling all the nations, stirring up the nations for war. All right. Get that. This is Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury they lay on sore strokes. All right, so that's the missiles, you know, the famine to come. It says, in the time of destruction, see, and now we're in the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, man. So it's going to appease the Lord's wrath. That's what these things are for. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance, man. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth. See that? The Lord already put the word out there. He already created everything. Got the missiles created. And now the Lord's word is going to bring it to pass. And they shall be ready upon earth when need is. So everything's ready. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. See that? So let's get that real quick. Isaiah 13:3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice at my highness, man. See that? So that goes into the elect, and also the angels, the generals of these armies, and these missiles, all the plagues that the Lord is bringing. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. See, like as of a great people. That's the missiles. Gonna be put together in formation like an army. Look at these missiles right here on the screen. It look like an army. All right, this type of war it is. So it's a technological war, economic war, you know, spiritual war. The noise of a multitude in the mountains or amongst the governments, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathering together, man. So all the nations are chattering and gathering together for war, especially against America. Everybody's choosing their side. Yahweh of hosts, he mustereth the hosts of the battle. So the Lord is mustering all these nations, mustering his elect, mustering his angels, according to Revelation 7. Gathering all the holy angels, man. You know, bringing the whole host to heaven with them. And these missiles. They come from a far country. And that far country going to be who? Russia. Mother Russia. And Iran and all these other nations. They're going to shoot against her round about. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land, man. So the Lord's going to send Yahweh Shai in the midst of the destruction, and the holy angels going to be watching as well. You know, and they're going to see the destruction of America. It says, "Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand," man. What's lucky? That was the point. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven. Even the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and the weapons of his indignation, man. That weapon again, to destroy the whole land. So this whole land gonna be destroyed. What? Utterly destroy the U.S. See that? That's right, man. It says, you know, so I'm gonna end it with Revelation 18. Real quick. Revelation 18. Let me see if I can get to the point. Well, I'll read down a little bit and probably skip. Right, just so I can get to the point and wrap this up. What time? 26 minutes. Revelation 18:1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven. See, the Lord is called his angels as well. Having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. Right, them chariots. It's going to be lit up from the glory of the Lord and the angels. And he cried with a mighty voice, he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen. So this is after the destruction. All right. The plagues, the famine, the economic crash, the dollar crash, the martial law, and the missiles flying back and forth, where America's gonna be broken up. Because it's gonna be a build-up to a climax of war, of total destruction. Just like you see, we're witnessing what Russia's doing with Ukraine right now. They're doing tactical nukes. They're starting off with that first. They want to go from tactical nukes, right, which is like different innovations or forms of nuclear weapons where they shoot drones or nukes that can blow up in the air that don't destroy humans, but it destroys everything around it. They got the Poseidon that can hit the side of the earth. Those are all tactical, you see what I'm saying, nukes. But the Icbms is something else. That's just warheads. All right. It says what? Babylon the Great is fallen, man. So it's going to happen one day. And is become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. All right, that's going to be what's left here is all unclean birds and animals like lizards and shit. That's it. Just like you see on the movie, you see something. Hey, get up. The dog over there snoring. You see a place, the building deconstructed or destroyed, and you see like a little crow or an owl or something flying away, perching on the branch of scorched building or some shit. But you can read about that in Isaiah 34, where it goes into all the birds and the animals that's going to be here. All right. So all these people walking around, especially you think about a place like New York, how busy it is right now. It's going to be empty. The concrete not even going to be there probably. All right. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So all the nations are going to have some form of destruction that comes to them, to their land, even Russia, because they're all going to take part in that wrath that America's going to get. But America's going to be utterly destroyed. All right, from one end of the land to the next. North, east, west, and south of America is going to be a lake of fire, according to prophecy. According to the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her through their business. Or became intoxicated with the wickedness of this place. And they had idol worship. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies, through their business deals, and the dollar. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people." So this is going to happen when the when the Lord is going to put the lights out on this place, when it's finally over. The Lord, we're going to hear a voice from the heaven that says, "Come out of her, my people," but it's going to be in Hebrew. "That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." All right, that's an intelligent God, man, Yahweh, and and His Son Yahweh Shai, speaking intelligibly, where it says, you're gonna hear a voice saying, "Come out of her, my people, takers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues." Who's the her? The whore of Babylon, America. All right, the elect are going to be taken up, and they're not going to take part in the destruction. They're not going to be in the destruction. They're not going to receive of the plagues that are coming upon this place. "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities." So the Lord remembers all that this place, America and Esau, was built upon. And the condition of our people still in sin. "Reward her even as she hath rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double." That's why the Lord bringing fire. What they put on us was almost equivalent to that with slavery, that adversity. "How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her." That means everything got to be taken from this place and burned up and destroyed. All right, so the Lord's going to wipe it out with the besom. He's going to sweep it with the besom of destruction. Like a broom sweeping across the land. And you have some people that say, "Hey, we're going to see people in the destruction." Nah, that's what I believe. Like, say, for instance, somebody walk up to you and rebuke you or scoff at you, and you say, "Hey, man, they're going to be destroyed." Well, the Lord has shown you signs that they're not going to make it according to them sitting in the seat of scorners, There's a judgment for that. And if you're in the chariot, you're looking down at the destruction, you're going to know nobody made it out of that if they're not of the elect. You're going to think about those people, if they even come to mind. But we're going to know that the wicked were destroyed. All right. It said, "How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her," man. So it's hell upon earth, sorrow. For she saith in her heart, through their think tanks, the Pentagon, their war hawks, the politicians, right? That's the heart of this place. It says, "I sit a queen," meaning a whore that deals with many nations, "and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow." All right, so they think all these nations, they can always pull from these nations, like, "Hey, go over here and just deal with Europe. Or I'm just go over here and deal with South Korea or Japan or Russia or China." They can't no more. Or Saudi Arabia. They're trying to go to Saudi Arabia for help. Now Saudi Arabia want to be part of Russia and China. It says, This is different, and that's what they're pushing in the media. That they shall see no sorrow. All right, they're like possibilities. It could happen 30 years from now, and all this madness. 2030. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. So that could happen tomorrow. It could happen any day. But we know according to the spirit of truth and the prophecies that certain things had to happen first in order. All right. The Lord is about order. He spoke it, so it got to come to pass. The fire got to be started first. And then it's going to kindle and consume this whole house, America, the house of the thief. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. So it's going to build up all the way to that point, and it's going to just start happening. Boom, it's going to be quick. Death and mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly burned. What? Utterly, like he said, this place could be utterly destroyed. Utterly, completely burned. Thoroughly burned, however you want to look at it. With fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. See that? It says, I'm trying to get to this point. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, right? Because they still gonna be trying to bring cargo back and forth. And they're gonna see it, like, oh shit, America got destroyed. All right, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, right? They're gonna think it's coming to them as well. Places like South Korea, Japan, when they see America destroyed, they're gonna think they're next. Alas, alas, the great city, that great city, Babylon, meaning great in riches and wealth, and and people. That mighty city, see, in power and military. For in 1 hour is thy judgment come. What? 1 hour, man. They said that what? If Elon Musk is right, it ain't about Elon Musk. Russia could destroy America and Europe in less than 30 minutes. All right, but it's not going to be that way because the Lord says it's going to be an hour for America. So, but it could take 30 minutes for the Icbms to get here. And you put 30 and 30 together, you got your hour. So that'd just be 2 rounds of missiles that could take this place out. All right. All right. So Amanda here it says, Revelations 18 and 15. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her. So all these nations were made rich because of America. But now that's the old world order. Now they're trying to move towards a new world order. The world order was founded upon the dollar and the fiat currency. Now they're trying to move away from that, where America was the spirit, the hammer or the whore in that situation. Now they want to make China that whore. All right, in the digital world. But with the dollar, the fiat currency, America reigns supreme. They hold the world reserve currency. All right, but they're moving away from that towards the digital setting, to where China would be the dominant, backed by gold and oil and different resources. All right, it says here, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, alas, alas, that great city. They're going to see it through the satellites, They're going to see it on their media. America's going to be done, but they still going to have their way of looking at America. All right. Alas, alas, meaning finally, it has happened, that great city, America, or the daughter of Babylon, that was clothed in fine linen and purple, meaning exalted and a royalty. That's what America was. It was exalted by the pimp, Europe. All right, the dragon. And scarlet, which is red, Esau. All right, it's not the Arabian country. It's an Edomite establishment. The founding fathers, right? And decked it with gold and precious stones and pearls. So it gave it the illusion of freedom, the illusion of identity, and the illusion of a country, all right, the United States. So it was decked with all these different riches, and even given technology and a military, all right, and power in the earth. So it's like a toy soldiers. That's what America is. The whore. The whore is being stripped of his riches. For in 1 hour, it's going to take 1 hour for this place. You think about it, it's just 60 minutes. For in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the company of ships and sailors, right, because America is surrounded by water, and as many as trade by the sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city, man? So, hey, man, in this situation, Elon Musk is going to be correct. All right, so you see that it says warning. All right, if Elon Musk is right, Russia, well, what about if we're right? Russia could destroy America and Europe in less than 30 minutes. And those are facts. All right, so with that, I'm going to say shalom.